Rangers' managerial saga has taken yet another dramatic turn, and once again, Steven Gerrard is at the centre of it. Ever since Russell Martin's sacking, the former Ibrox boss has been linked with a sensational return to Glasgow, though talks between the two parties reportedly broke down earlier in the process. Now, with new links re-emerging and bookmakers slashing odds on his comeback, fresh developments suggest there's been a major twist in the story, one that could reshape the direction of Rangers' search for their next manager. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Yusef Shamiti has finally scored a goal after no less than 572 days. The Rangers forward was on target for Portugal's under-21s this evening as they demolished Gibraltar 11-0 as part of their Euros qualification campaign. Shamiti came off the bench to score on 70 minutes as he struck the 8th goal of the game for the Portuguese. He'd been on the pitch for just 2 minutes when he scored. His strike signalled his first goal since he last found the net all the way back on March 21st, 2024. This also came on the international scene. The frontman, who arrived at Ibrox from Everton for a whopping £8 million during the summer, will now be hoping to take confidence from his goal into club action when Rangers face Dundee United on Saturday. It goes without saying that Shamiti will be keen to repay the faith shown in him by the likes of Kevin Thelwell after his big money switch. Before Russell Martin's departure, Bojan Miovski was the favoured lone striker at the club. Now, in a huge Gerrard to Rangers twist, Rangers have not made any fresh approach to Steven Gerrard, despite bookmakers' odds dramatically shortening on the former Ibrox boss making a sensational return. Sources have revealed that while Gerrard's name has once again climbed up the list of favourites for the vacant managerial position, there have been no renewed discussions between the club and the former manager. It follows reports that the 44-year-old had already ruled himself out of contention to replace Russell Martin, who was dismissed after just 17 games in charge. Yet, as the speculation mill continues to turn, the odds tell a different story. On Wednesday, several bookmakers had Gerrard back among the front-runners for the job, fueling rumours of a potential U-turn. However, insiders insist no contact has been made, and attention appears to have shifted firmly towards other candidates. Among those leading the race is former Rangers defender Kevin Muscat, who is believed to have held initial talks with the club. Currently managing Shanghai Port, Muscat has guided his side to the summit of the Chinese Super League, 2 points clear with 4 matches remaining. His impressive managerial record, which includes league triumphs in Australia, Japan and China, makes him an attractive option for the Ibrox hierarchy. The 52-year-old season concludes on November 22nd, a date that has only heightened speculation that Rangers could appoint an interim boss until Muscat becomes available. That interim solution, sources suggest, could involve Neil McCann, a former Rangers winger and current pundit who remains highly respected within the club. McCann, who won a domestic treble during his playing days at Ibrox in 2003, has emerged as a possible short-term candidate to steady the ship before a permanent appointment is made. Another strong contender is Danny Rühl, the 36-year-old German coach who has impressed Rangers decision-makers during discussions. Rühl's reputation has risen rapidly in recent years, having served as assistant manager at RB Leipzig, Bayern Munich, and with the Germany national team before taking the reins at Sheffield Wednesday. His first full season in charge saw him rescue the Yorkshire club from relegation and guide them to a respectable 12th place finish in the Championship. Despite Rühl's credentials, some Rangers supporters are reportedly cautious, viewing him fairly or unfairly as another unproven, modern-style coach similar to Russell Martin. Nonetheless, his tactical acumen and high-level experience make him a compelling candidate in the eyes of the board. Other names remain in the frame, including Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Derek McInnes, Graham Potter, and Gary O'Neill, though each comes with unique challenges relating to availability, salary expectations, or project suitability. As the search enters a critical phase, the pressure on Rangers' hierarchy continues to mount. The team sits 8th in the Premiership table after 7 matches, trailing Hearts by 11 points and Celtic by 9, with a crucial home fixture against Dundee United looming this weekend. While supporters crave clarity and direction, the club appears in no rush to make a hasty appointment. The next decision must be the right one, and for now, despite the bookmakers' frenzy, a Steven Gerrard return to Ibrox remains nothing more than a distant possibility. In other news, Rangers may be facing a far more difficult search for their next manager than initially expected, as growing concerns about the club's current state appear to be deterring even high-profile candidates from taking the hot seat at Ibrox. The Glasgow Giants have been linked with several potential replacements for Russell Martin following his sacking, but early setbacks have already emerged. Steven Gerrard, who famously guided Rangers to the Scottish Premiership title in 2021 and ended Celtic's hopes of 10 in a row, has reportedly rejected the chance to return for a second spell in charge, a major blow to the club's hierarchy. Former Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Röhl has since emerged as the leading favourite for the role, with Kevin Muscat also among the top contenders. However, as Rangers prepare to face Dundee United without a permanent or interim manager in place, and with players returning from international duty, the club's current toxicity is proving to be a significant obstacle. Former Scotland international and pundit Pat Nevin has warned that the situation at Ibrox could be turning managers away, suggesting that many fear the damage the job could do to their reputation. Speaking to the Daily Record on 14th October, Nevin said, "You can go in there and as a manager, a well-respected manager, and come out as a laughingstock, and that's maybe what's happened with Stevie G this time. He needs a job. He needs a profile again after what's happened to him. So Stevie turned that down. That's not because he doesn't want to be Rangers manager. He'd like to be Rangers manager. He's looking at them and thinking, ooh, I don't know about that." Nevin went on to suggest that Gerrard's hesitation will only make other top managers wary of taking on the challenge. If he's saying that, some of the other very top ones will say the same. So whoever it is that comes now, it's really tough. Steven Gerrard's the last one that won a title, and it stopped Celtic doing the 10 titles in a row. So he's literally as good as anyone else, and he's certainly got a tune out of that team that season. The task awaiting the next Rangers boss is daunting. The team currently sits 9 points behind rival Celtic in second place and 11 adrift of league leaders Hearts after just 7 league matches, a deficit that makes an early title challenge highly improbable. Nevin added that the incoming manager will not only have to contend with immense pressure and fan expectations, but also with a financial gulf that continues to favour Celtic. I understand that, they've got high standards. But the amount of managers that have gone in there and come out and been trashed, absolutely trashed. And there's no win for it. Celtic typically have so much more money, he explained. Celtic have got a base there. Celtic can go and blow Rangers out of the water with money just now if they want. They've got plenty in the bank they can use. There's all sorts of stuff that Celtic have got in place. Rangers have got this team that's been built by a whole bunch of different managers. And I go to see Celtic Rangers games a lot and you think, so who's playing for Rangers now? And that's not what you want. You want a core that's going through that you believe in and you trust in. All for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.